What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. In today's video, we're going to talk about how we have a holiday shortened week with Good Friday on the line as Bitcoin pokes its head above 70,300. So the obvious question of this day is, what in the world is going on in crypto land, and are small caps about to catch fire? All that and more coming right up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a little later than normal. Happy Monday to you. I'm just back from Five Guys. And if you're a fan of that place, you know that I feel like a beached whale at the moment. I wasn't going to do a video. I had the loaded double cheeseburger, the loaded hot dog, about 4 trips of peanuts, 3 sodas, and a giant order of fries. Well done. Crispy, as they say. So I am a little sidetracked. I got sodium and sugar through the roof. So if you're a Five Guys fan, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to try to make some sense of a market, in my opinion, that's not making much sense at all. If I'd have said to you, as one example, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Bitcoin is going to take off from 30,000 when BlackRock and the ETFs got in the game. It was going to melt up 43,500 points. However, in the last 25,000, it's not going to take the miners with it. In fact, the miners, like Mara that I said to sell at 31, went all the way down to 17 and change. 2.5 on Wolf, all the way down to 157 less than a week ago. And then all of a sudden, after Bitcoin had somewhat of a correction down to 60,000 and small change, the bounce of almost 10,000 points has pulled the miners almost all the way up to, recent highs. Mara's lagging, but Wolf is not. Wolf hit 270. So I don't know what the hell is going on. Why in the world were they lagging so bad? Why in the world did they come all the way down to where they did and then bounce big time when Bitcoin is still below its most recent all-time high? I don't have an answer for you. And for many of you that keep asking me, what the hell is going on with the small caps? I have a pretty good answer there. But before I go any further, I want to say, shout out to Steve. You had your 15 minutes of fame inside of the Discord. Steve said, and I'll paraphrase, Jason's a bully. He never listens. I gave him Canoe, which is GOEV, and he didn't read over. It's up 70%. Oh, you mean the same fucking stock that's down over 90% in the last 12 to 18 months? Down from 19.5, bottomed out at 2 and change, because you and your dickless wonder got in at 275 and out at 4? You think you're a fucking genius? No, you're in a stock along with the other one that starts with M and virtually everything else all outside of Tesla that's ultimately going motherfucking bankrupt. So if the guy who doesn't want to play the game in the EV space with a 94% win rate in the last 18 months is a bully because I don't put up with pronoun wearing dickless motherfuckers like you, then sign me up. I see it. I see it. We have a biotech that's up 20% in small change. It's not there yet. We don't have the liquidity to get out of 4 or 5 million shares. We are overbought on the daily. We're just turning up on the weekly. So if we have to wait another round of 7 to 10 days of sideways to pull back, fine. Because we all know the fucking scalpers, including some inside the Discord, already got out by now. And what's that going to do? Take my win rate close to 95% in the last 18 months? Possible. But in respect to the rest of the stocks we own, 4 of which were in the buy zone this morning, giving all of our new folks a chance to get involved, in some cases for the very first time, there is a liquidity vacuum. In simple terms, over the last 6 or 7 weeks, it's been relatively quiet. Many stocks are trading 30-40% of their average daily volume. Why? In my opinion, it's because all the air was sucked out of the room when the shit coins took off. Right? There's only so many dollars, only so many investment / trading dollars in the world. So if dumb retail, I'm trying to I'm trying to talk with what feels like a beach ball in my belly. But when you have dumb retail idiots that treat shit coins and penny stocks like a lottery ticket, putting all their money into coins that I'm not even going to mention other than the SHIB, last trade 29 that I said to sell at 45. So most of the shit coins are not up as much as Bitcoin is right now at 70,006 and small change. There's a lot of things that don't make sense to me. But what does make sense, and this happens every year to 18 months, is penny stocks will go to sleep. Oftentimes when the Fed is making a transition, which in our case is bullish, when they start cutting, which is most likely going to be June and July, the wind is going to be at our back for the next 2 or 3 years. So the fact that we've made as much money as we have in the last 18 months is amazing when we were fighting the Fed the entire fucking time. That is no longer going to be the case. So the naked shorts have lost much of their appetite down here, with some of the stocks that we own down 98 or 9% from all-time highs. That's bullish. They're not pushing or pressing the envelope as hard as they used to because they know the Fed is coming. They know lower rates is coming. They know massive liquidity and silent QE, if we can even call it that, is coming right in front of the election. So it's a dangerous time to be going short, at least in terms of naked, excessive amounts of penny stocks. But until it changes from the aspect of the shitcoin mania dies down and there's some sort of a catalyst that pushes billions and even trillions of dollars back into the sub-dollar stocks, everything's going to be news-driven. But in closing, that's exactly why we own almost 2/3 of what we have in biotech and healthcare. Beware of the black swan. One side's very desperate to hang on to power. The other side is willing to do almost anything to get it. So you're starting to see strange things happening. Russia as one example. That's just the beginning, in my opinion. But if shit hits the fan, people are going to need drugs. They're going to need food. Wink, wink, nod, nod. And they're going to need medicine. And they're going to need fuel. And they're going to need a few other things that I got my eye on. So until next time, always remember that I love you. Thanks for watching. I really got my eye on something.